in the third reading of what is a significant piece of legislation when they didn't even allow it to go through a select committee process. And as I was talking, they've just stopped now, but they're laughing as if it's funny. I need to say to that member, Carl Bates, and to the members of the government that are in the House tonight, that this is far from funny for so many New Zealanders. This morning I went to an Auckland event. They were celebrating 15 years since the Super City was set up. But almost every woman who I saw who spoke to me when I walked in the room talked about the legislation that that government has put in place and the halting of pay equity. A prominent woman who's not actually a Labour Party voter, they know very well, I won't mention her name, said she could not understand what they were thinking. Now, what does that say? That says that women in all parts of society, on each side of the divide, know that this is wrong. But that side of the House don't know that this is wrong. Apparently, they continue to stand up in the House and gaslight us and gaslight the rest of New Zealand and tell us that we're wrong, the unions are wrong, the workers who are upset about this are wrong, the women's organisations who are very vocal in their opposition to this, they are wrong, the academics who are speaking out against this government move, they are wrong. Again, what we have is a National New Zealand First Act coalition telling the rest of the country that they know what's right, we're all wrong, and then gaslighting all of us with regards to this issue. Madam Speaker, I'm still confused about how this came about in some ways. It just happened so quickly, and then here we are now passing this ugly piece of legislation. And we've had different versions of the truth from that side of the House. However, I suspect that the ACT Party leader, the soon-to-be Deputy Prime Minister of New Zealand's version of the truth is probably this one time, the truth. He was very clear about the fact that they've saved millions of dollars for the government as a result of this. What a way to make cost savings. Taking money away from New Zealand women workers now and into the future, taking money away from their children, from their families, from their communities. And what for? To pay for tax cuts that they were told were unaffordable in the first place, to give $2.9 billion worth of tax breaks to landlords, to give a tax break to the tobacco industry. And you know what's most shameful about this? Is that that government were not upfront with New Zealanders going into the last election. No one voted for this. I don't recall any of their politicians standing up on a platform saying, if you vote us in, we will repeal the pay equity legislation and we can assure you women will be paid less. Who voted for that?